Sunday. I was going to take a break and not come on today, but we've got some things that need to be addressed. So it's the happy medium at Phoenix Rises here with you on your Sunday afternoon. If you're picking up on absolute petulance, interference, glitches, just sideways behavior, intrusive thoughts, whatever the case is, it's intentional. You're not imagining it whatsoever. You're being distracted on purpose. And the thing is, the things distracting you, that's their purpose, is just to distract you. So if you've got deadlines that are important, do not miss those. If you've got appointments that are important, do not miss those. If you have been working on something very hard and you're right at the threshold of it, don't let the distractions get you. Even if you have to be kind of rude and cold shoulder about it, you got to call it out. You just got to say, I know you're trying to hem me up. I know you're trying to get on my nerves. I know you're trying to listen in on my conversations. What is your name, darling? Pronounce it. I'll I'll give you a shout out. Hello, friendly viewer. I'm glad you've joined me. To those who are new to my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. And for those who are returning, I can do tarot. So by request, we can do tarot. I'll give shout outs. I'll give condolences. I'll give happy birthdays. I'm more than happy to interact on the lives. That's why we do the lives. So it looks like it says by Akshara. Is that your actual name or is that your handle or what do we got here? Give me a name. I'll give you a shout out. So back to the first point. This is not considered a distraction because this is the reason I come on here and do the lives, like for interaction. But when I have continuously made note that I need to get to my desk, I need to do my messages, or that I want to take a break and I'm not doing messages today, I still somehow always get called to do it, forced to do it, like someone tugging on my energy or pushing or pulling. And honestly, if you're in the Chosen One Olympics, it always feels like a push and pull. It always feels like a back and forth because you've got your physical work and then you've got your spiritual work. And evil never sleeps, so neither can we, right? Ain't no rest for the wicked, but the righteous don't need it. We do get tired and we do get tired of it. And for those of you who are just fed up, you're just at your wits' end with it, it's coming to a close. It is coming to a close, but we will have to make it to the fall. We will have to make it till September 21st for it to actually be closed. Akshara? Akashra? Like, give me a little. Akashra. Is that a girl name or a boy name? I don't know. It's pretty. I wouldn't tell my name on here, but that's just because I have enough strangelings in my everyday life. I don't need them hunting and tracking me any harder than they already do. If you're a targeted individual, you know what I'm talking about. You know when you're targeted because everyday life is absolutely unbearable at times. Uh, like having your mail stolen, like having the police department work against you, utility department, family members, friends, co-workers, hell, someone's pet come and eat your trash. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. The distractions are meant to frustrate you, knock you off your path, and make you so frustrated that you don't care to do it anymore. And thank you for my flowers. Thank you for my flowers. I have been having a rather annoying day, and it was with family members, but it's not because they're trying to be annoying. They're just doing things how they do things, and I'm in a totally different mindset. Like, we've been here before. Let's do different. If you feel like you're living in Groundhog Day, you might be the only one in your circle that's awake right now. You might be the only one consciously doing things while the rest of them just wash, rinse, and repeat. They don't seem to notice that they're doing the same thing every day. A lot of people that they consider psychic are just good at recognizing patterns, behavioral patterns, and know that a person is likely to do what it is that they're always doing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Nobody cares about me. I appreciate that because, cutting people down is an art form. And getting on other people's channels because you're lonely, because you don't have people in your circle, and because you don't matter, you have to project that onto me. Well, I come on here and I tell people that no matter how ruthless people like you are, they do matter, and that's a lie, and that's disrespectful, and it shows that you're of a low caliber. It's okay. Move on, please. The other distractions are not just trying to bring you down, they're trying to steal a little bit of your juice. They're trying to get a little bit of importance themselves. They don't feel anything. So they have to witness a reaction through you to like feel some form of validation. I'm very familiar with it. Y'all are very familiar with it. It's how they operate, and that's what I mean by they're also serving their purpose. Their purpose is to give me pushback, and my purpose is to call them out and to say that their opinion holds no weight due to the fact that they are a person in a theoretical audience judging someone they don't know just to have their few seconds of recognition. The worst part about trying to make changes and do things to help people is the pushback. And the pushback is what always makes you think, oh, this isn't worth it. Well, it is worth it because these ass clowns are playground bullies, right? They're the same kid who walks around giving people wedgies and shit talking people in the hallway. And really, it's because, I don't know, they get beat at home or no one ever paid attention to them or they're mediocre at everything. And so they have to try to feel something. You know how many guys try to challenge me? They don't like my intelligence, or they don't like my personality, or they don't like my charisma, or they don't like my work ethic. Well, fuck you. It shouldn't intimidate you or lessen you as a person at all for me to be good at something. It doesn't lessen me in any way for you to be good at something. The competition, the spirit of competition, the needing to be better than someone else. You obviously think I'm something to compare to, or you wouldn't make the comparison. You motherfuckers get on my nerves, but aside from just getting on my nerves, you do it to every single content creator on YouTube. There are more people needing the help and the connection from the person willing to put theirself out here and open theirself up for conversation and conflict. There are more people needing that connection than there are needing to throw stones. And when you throw rocks and you hide your hand and you wonder why your life sucks, take a look in the fucking mirror. It sucks because you're a shitty person. It sucks because you wish evil on people. It sucks because you're sitting in your little pile of filth infecting others. Just like laughter is contagious, so is anger, so is misery, so is, whatever. It's contagious. And we're having a shared experience. And I get that sometimes people have to go lash out at the cashier at the grocery store who did nothing to you. She was just there. And because you're too scared to say it to the people who are doing it to you, you say it to the lady who had nothing to do with it whatsoever. And I've worked in customer service for a long time. It's always the same old song and dance. We can't get anything done because of this competition. We can't get anything done because we'd rather slander, gossip, criticize, compare, reject. And since nobody ever gets off the freaking playground and nobody ever matures enough to just do their fucking job, we got to be stuck here doing this, having this conversation. I'm so tired of having to stop videos just to say this. Like most of the time, it's a gender comment. Are you a man? Are you trans? What? Do you want to fuck me? Does it bother you? Well, I don't understand why looks are having anything to do with what I'm saying, and I don't understand how gender has anything to do with what I'm saying. So I guess I'm expecting possibly race to come into question next. We will never get solutions to our problems because we're so busy discrediting the person that it's coming from. You don't have to take my word for it. Do your homework. Look around you. Are you happy? Are the people around you happy? I say not, and I think that we're doing it wrong. Anybody who's offering a little love or light, they must be an idiot, right? They must be naive, new to the ways of the world. No, it's this cynical, jaded ass, bitter viewpoint that it's always sucked and it'll never get better. Or the golden era is already past, that whatever good we were going to have is already came and gone. No, it was never that good. And it could be a whole lot better. It could just be a lot better if people would try to do what they're good at and be appreciated for it, minus criticized for it. It's the critic that is constantly shutting down the creator. And the creator is like, well, then there's no place for my creation. There's no need for it. There's no one. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. But hate is a heavy emotion and it is heard a lot louder than appreciation and a lot louder than admiration and gratitude. You could have 1,000 good comments and one bad one. The fact that people utilize the internet to cause others to self harm is a crime against humanity. The fact that there are people so miserable that they have to recruit others into their misery. Well, no one wanted to be around you. That's why you had to seek outward to be that way. that can be fixed. I have pity for people like that because like either they don't know they're doing it or that's all they've been shown, so they just keep repeating that habit of being like that. Or to have someone to be better than. There's a book called Brave New World, and everything is like scientifically manufactured, including the class that people are born into. And they tell each class that they like their class and are happy to be in their class and would not like to be in the other ones. So I don't know a lot about Vedic astrology, honey. So in their classes, the lower class is called the beta class, and they are just the workers, the helpers. They don't have a lot of intelligence because they're just worker bees, and they're happy to be just worker bees. They're told to be proud of the fact that they are what helps the world get along. And then the next class is the gamma class, and the gamma class are like the engineers, the craftsmen, the workers, like the builders, those people. And they're proud of the fact that they know how to build the structures, that they're not the poorest class, but they're not the rich class who doesn't know how to build. And then the top class is called the alpha class. And the alpha class are the scientists, the astrologists, the doctors, and they feel that they're above the rest. So each class is taught to be happy about, the privileges and statuses of their class. Well, we separate people into their categories and boxes too so that we know how to treat them. What if you remove their class and their status? Would you be treating them the same or would you be treating them differently? We don't stop and self-assess a lot about why we're treating people a certain way, why the stereotypes exist, how they're being applied, whether you admit to them being applied or not. I'm not reading tarot at the moment unless you're asking for one, and then I can. I will probably end this live because this live is about distractions and just addressing the fact that if you are trying to do something, you're going to keep being met by the one I've called out here. And it takes practice and it takes time and it takes like building because you just have to work past it, work past them. Not that they won't be there and not that there won't be more of them, but they have a way of infecting everything and everyone to where you don't want to come on here and you don't want to do them. You don't want to put any more work forward. And that's always the test is like, if that's enough to stop you, then you weren't going to make it anyways. There are more people needing my help than there are trying to stop me from helping, but I've had equal amounts. I've had the resistance that tries to stop me from healing anyone else, and I've had those who need healing en masse to where I'm trying to call in other people to help me get these people helped. Okay. Well, if it's not about the gym girl and the ex, then I will read it. If it's about those two, I honestly don't want to open the subject again because I feel like the more I touch it, the more altered it gets. That's how reality works. Once it's being observed, it's changed. Like the nature of it itself is changed from being observed. So I feel like if we keep looking into that situation, we will in fact be redirecting the natural flow of that. So if it's a different subject, I will open that chapter. If it's the same subject, okay, so it's a new subject. For new subject, I'll open a new deck. But that's what happens with tarot readings that people never talk about whenever they call it abusing divination. It's because you're using tarot to check in, like, I wouldn't say future spy, but for foresight, right? And if you're getting foresight that has to do with other people in the direction they want to go, it can kind of be considered spying to some degree because if you're doing it to figure out what direction you want to go, that's one thing. If you're doing it to figure out where they went, that's another thing. That's like having someone help you, like having a friend help you follow their car from the mall type thing. And like I said, the more you touch it, the more it changes. So the original outcome changed because we looked at it and then we looked at it again, so it will change again. In order for best results, we need to let it cook longer, let it work itself in the direction it was wanting to go. So the new subject is, okay, you had the feelings for the friend and you're in love with him and you knew your feelings and he always said he couldn't hurt me ever, but he broke up with you. Did you date? Or did the best friend just stop coming around? I'm sorry, are you the one that had Gym Girl? I think I might have you confused with the other one. I'm very sorry. I hope I'm not missing cards here. Relationships are tricky. Love games are awful. And Okay, and he got closer. Are the feelings mutual? To those joining in, I would say that this is not necessary. This is a singular message. So if you're watching it, you can watch just for watching, but don't attach it to yourself because this is a specific question. Okay. Okay. Well, friends do tend to air out more of their vulnerabilities than boyfriends and girlfriends do because when you don't see somebody as a potential mate, you actually reveal more of your sensitive side versus if you're going to be their mate, you want them to see you as strong and capable so you don't really reveal the soft side. Just want a confirmation on whether or not he likes you or if it's a trick or something. Will he ever leave you? Well, I mean, how long have y'all been together in the first place? How much time have you already spent putting into this bond, this relationship? Because friends don't usually leave. Friends are the ones that, even if the relationship ends, they stay your friends, so there's really is no leaving it. Well, the anxiety is there, and you feel pulled into the two different directions of it, but it's just a learning curve type thing. Just you live and you learn, right? Or maybe things in the past made you feel like everybody leaves. Seems like once you really start to like someone, that's when they take off, right? Okay. 1 year. Okay. So are you dating or have y'all just been friends for a year? Sorry about my smoking friends. It was a stressful day. When I'm down here, I get a bit frustrated. Today was really frustrating. It was hot and I wasn't having a good day. I still have a lot of school stuff to do. You will not be rejected. So I don't think you're going to be pushed out. Patience. So you've been friends for a year, but you're not dating yet, or you are dating? Just friends. Well, I mean, if you're just friends, y'all will probably stay friends. If you haven't transitioned into dating by now, either because of work or school or social stigma or whatever's going on, a friendship could always blossom into a relationship, right? I see a victory, like a renewal of yourself. Sun shining on it. Okay, that kind of makes sense, what was going on there. But he saw the real you, that you're an empress, that even if they were acting like you were kind of vain or fast or whatever, and that a lot of people know you, the truth came out and showed that really you're an empress. You're young and full of life, but you're not like out there. You know what I'm saying? That maybe just because you're hot and single doesn't mean that you're lying about it. But the one coming towards you is justice. So if you had some kind of bad relationship situation before that, that's over. You're getting justice about the crap they talked about you because he picks you. It's not mattering what they said. He found out. That's what he found out for himself. Like he actually got to know you and liked you, and instead of rejecting you, that's why it's upside down. Maybe he did feel pulled back and forth, like you said, listening to his friends and then thinking, well, yeah, well, no, well, yeah, maybe she's putting on, maybe she's tricking you, but the truth came out. She's not what they said she was. She's a lot better than they said she was. She's, I want to say young and hot, but this is like, charismatic, fun to be around type thing. And maybe it has attracted some negative attention, but you're still going to have your justice. Yeah, well, no, that is what happens is because when they get bad advice from their friends, I didn't know it was you. Okay, that gives me a clue. So I've been getting messages all week, and you're possibly the one who was needing the help today Do you feel like dude has spun the block? Like, do you feel like you want to go out with this guy and you could like kind of put yourself out there, and then he was listening to his friends and they gave him some shit, so he made distance between y'all, which hurt your feelings. It made you question yourself, and then he comes back around all of a sudden and he's being nice and he's confessing to what he did, and he's like, I know that I shouldn't have done that. I know this and that and the third, but did he date? Has he been dating people in the last year? Has he been trying to get like, yeah, how come you guys can't go out? Because it's like a forbidden thing? Being his best friend is enough, then I wouldn't worry about the dating thing. And if you only want to be friends, then that lets him out of any kind of emotional obligation to not be with other people. So are you comfortable seeing him date other people? Because that's an issue. And if you're not comfortable seeing him date other people, then you like him as more than a friend. And you should probably say that. Because people get their feelings hurt really often by keeping each other in the friend zone without ever speaking on their feelings. And he's waiting for you to make the first move, and you're waiting for him to make the first move. And the next thing you know, he's tired of waiting, or you're tired of waiting. And both of y'all end up talking to other people because you just feel like somehow it didn't click instead of having the courage to say it. Just some selected people. Has he dated people in the last year, or have you? Because if, like I said, so there's only two people, well, then tell him you don't care who he's with as long as it's not those two people. Yeah, be honest. Set the boundaries of what you're okay with and not okay with. Because if y'all are not a situation like friends with benefits where you're sharing bodies or something, then you're okay. And it's okay to love someone who doesn't love you, and it's okay to love someone in a non-romantic way, right? Platonic love does exist. And he never did either. You've never dated anyone and he's never dated anyone either? Are you very, very young? Or is it just like personal choice, or just haven't yet? Well, if you've both never dated anybody, then I'd say the path is clear. You're good to go if you want to. Not only that, I'll say this, as an older person who has loved and lost, and who has loved and struggled, and who has loved and possibly even regretted, it's better. Yeah, I do remember him. Are you the ex or are you the gym girl? Because if you're the ex and you never dated anyone, I don't know if that's going to work out. If he hurt you first and that's why you went away, you're the best friend, like gym girl best friend? Or, oh, okay. I got you. This is what's going to happen. If you, okay, the ex is a turd in the punch bowl, okay? The ex is wrong as hell for that. She did stuff to where because he didn't want to, right, two different people. So his physical vessel has not been with someone else. And she wanted it to be like that. And he didn't want to do that. So she went back to like what she considered a childhood love thing. And it didn't work out. He catfished her. He was just saying whatever it took to get the hookup, which made her break up with him. And then she's a nut. I could tell by the cards without ever meeting this person, obviously. And then he goes to the gym and he sees the girl at the gym and he's talking about basically wanting to talk to her and not necessarily having the courage to talk to her. And I'm like, if you don't, then you're missing the opportunity of what could be. Don't go to the past because the past is not worth the crap. But the past did teach him the lesson to guard his heart a little bit more, to get different advice. Because the friends must have sucked to give him the kind of advice to leave you behind, right? If it's, here's the issue. He can't look at you and think there's better choices, because that's not love. That's just somebody who won't leave. Good that he told you everything. Do you feel like that's something you can live with? And platonic friendship is awesome because friendship allows you to get to know somebody on their good and bad days before ever having a dating thing or moving any further or even trying to like share life goals together. You know what I'm saying? It would be easier to start at the same starting line than it would be to say that you're throwing your bags in with each other, that it's a guarantee nothing will happen. I'm going to be for real with you. I don't think the gym girl's coming back around. I think her parents were like, what are you doing, dude? She's either working on moving out of her parents' house or she's just working and it's not in her timing right now. That's not what's on her mind right now. Plus, he didn't already date her either, so it's not like he would be cheating on her. The problem is, it's very hard to have friends of opposite gender be friends and then there be a boyfriend girlfriend involved and the boyfriend and girlfriend not be upset. Like, why do you have friends of the opposite sex? In the United States, it's a big deal because it's a very cheaty cheat culture, and so we're like, no, even if I want to be a sane person, I don't want to risk you cheating on me and me feeling like an idiot because everybody but me knew. So guys hang out with their guys' friends and girls hang out with their girlfriends. And honestly, when a couple gets together, they weirdly get so far up each other's asses that they don't hang out with their girl or guy friends. They just hang out with each other. So our relationship styles are toxic, ancient attachment, basically, and territorialness, and jealousy, all types of ridiculous stuff, internet stalking by way of people's Facebooks, tarot readings, have a friend follow a friend, make fake accounts. You know why? You know why you can only say this will pass? Because it's literally not your job to hold up his emotions. It's not your job to come in and fill in the gap or be the rebound. It's not your job to come tell him he did nothing wrong and he deserves better. He does deserve better, but he will still have to put in the work and believe that himself before that's how he actually starts acting. Because even if he's sad about what happened and he just likes the way the one gym girl looks, he's never talked to her. And at least he's telling you the truth of everything that's going on because he trusts you enough to tell you about these people. And more often than not, the one you feel most comfortable talking to about those kind of things with, watch you go through one or two relationships before they actually admit they've been in love with you the whole time. And maybe he's not in love with you, but he trusts you. And does he cheer you up when you feel miserable? Does he make you feel better when you feel lost? Like, does he help you feel balanced when you're stuck in the thick of things? Let's see. Well, she had a bad friends group too. Well, if he's always wanted to protect you, is he protecting you from even himself? Good. Well, it could be a good union. And it could really just be the exes creating illusions, trying to trick him into thinking this isn't the one, that this is not the one. Yeah, that friends group didn't end well. They were fake friends. And maybe one of the friends liked you and that's why they were talking crap. They were hoping to get a chance with you, like basically tell him to reject you so that they could get a chance. And it didn't work out. And then he realizes, why'd they all tell me not to talk to you while they're talking to you? Strength. Found your inner strength. Okay. Well, at least he found the strength to go against the grain and confess that he's sorry and did you wrong. Yeah, because you're a good person. And he always comes up with King of Cups. And I see that you're the Queen of Cups. You match him better than the gym girl. And the ex has no business even re-entering the picture because she was just using him for whatever. See your way forward. Queen of Cups. Emperor. Maybe that is the truth. Maybe he did emotionally mature and see the value in you. But here's the problem. A lot of the times people act like they changed, but they didn't. They just get knocked off their high horse. Let's see. Had other options. Foolishly went that direction. He was tricked. It was a fake offer. They cooperated. They worked together in some way to disturb the peace, to break it up. But the truth came out. The truth, the things he thought about her turned out to be not true. And he found out the ugly truth. He did some more homework, found out the truth on that. And then he asked about the other girl. And then also you seek the truth. So you came to the same person. And I understand what he's saying. What he's saying is, if you don't believe me, go ask her yourself. See if you get a different answer. You're not getting a different answer. You're getting a protect yourself because you don't need to be a rebound. Just like he shouldn't be a rebound, neither should you. And if y'all are close friends, then you have the right to tell him, I prefer you not to date these two people no matter what. Whether we get together or not, I don't want to see you with these two people specifically because that would hurt me more. That's offering that rejection there is his judgment. If you decide you don't want to mess with him or that you're going to put your boundaries down, the ex is plotting against you, that's for sure. But if you both know that this is a likelihood and that you would have to deal with her, then just be prepared to deal with her. You won't be as prone to believing the lies, and he won't be as prone to try to explain himself where he really can't explain himself. Explaining itself would be, yeah, she did me wrong before, and I don't want to be with her. And so, since I don't want to be with her, I want to be with you. Even if she shows up, even if she's causing problems, he's not interested. And he is legitimately not interested in her. He's pretty much doing whatever he has to do to walk away from it, to cut it off, cut her off, and cut the past off in general, just move on because he does not want that. Yeah, see, that card showed itself just a second ago too, but it already shows. And you know what? Maybe you're the third choice and the right choice to where it's not going to be the ex or the gym girls. It's not going to be either one of them. It's going to be this one right in front of him. The one who helped him defend himself. The one who helped him see his way through the situation. The shoulder to lean on. Yeah, and that would be justice. That would be your justice and his justice. Is that he realizes what he passed up and the value that you actually bring, the way that you're the real one and they're the fakes, right? And he's telling you not to worry about it because he's not interested. He found out the truth about what was going on. Yes, ma'am. He found out she was playing games. She was playing tricks. She was using like glamour magic. And when he had lower self-value, he tried to make her feel good about herself. He tried to build her up, make her feel positive. And while he was talking to her all up and treating her well, she was feeling herself. And then other guys online and people from the past she was talking to, they started telling her, you can do better, you can do better, probably like his friends did. And when they were doing the, what about this, what about that, you can do better, I will end this live. I'm still with you. I'll stay with you. I usually let them go about 45 minutes to an hour. So you have at least another about 28 minutes. You don't need to worry about the ex, except in the sense of her jealousy might make her act out. She might act stupid towards both of y'all. From making up lies about you to trying to do stuff to him or be seen with him. That's the worst kind of way to go. But if you two are both in communication and agreement that there's no room for her, it's an exclusively you and him kind of thing, then eventually she'll wear herself out and she'll understand that he really has moved on. The rejection's not a put on. It's not a retaliatory act. It actually has nothing to do with her. It has everything to do with him having found someone better. The right one, the real one that matches him, not the one who's trying to force it because she wants something out of him. He saw the truth and he started working on himself. And when he started working on himself, he saw someone else working on their self and just thought, hey, someone else. Yeah, she is absolutely a coward. And the fact that she had to go be tricked was her karma, and she had to be basically played and rejected. That's what she did to him, so she had to go have it done to her. But after having that done to her, she wants her emotional band-aid back. She wants to be able to be told you're good and pretty and dignified and that you didn't really do something wrong, but she did. And she doesn't deserve that spot back. However, according to this situation, the fact that he's had to apologize to you, she was his karma for doing that to you. So I understand why you're worried about it. But I think what he's trying to say without really saying it is that he messed around and learned his lesson. That it wasn't bad friends. It was a girl who played him after he played you. And now he wants to come back around. He wants to be sorry. Well, if he really learned his lesson, you'll know. because you won't have to make any quick decisions, and you won't have to force it, and you won't have to do half the stuff you thought you would to get his attention because you already have his attention. He wronged you. It's up to you to forgive him or not. Yeah, you can ask. I'm saying the choice is completely yours. And honestly, he won't be doing what he did last time because he found out how that feels. He got some sympathy training, some empathy training, if you will. And I'm not talking bad about a fan. I'm just saying we always tell the side of the story that makes us look best, which doesn't give you the full truth. But between your side of the story and his side of the story, I've got a grasp of what's going on in the middle. Plus, you're gonna be all right. You have more than one option. You want to know about career? Okay. The relationship question is it's totally up to you. And if you want to maintain a safe distance by just being friends and telling him who you really specifically don't want to see him date, that's your best bet there. But if you want to be the one to date him, say that. Set your um set your boundaries. Like, tell him your do's and don'ts. Like, if we're together, I can't have you doing this, I can't have you doing that, or I would like to feel a certain way, or call me at a certain time, or just hang out with me sometimes, something to where you're setting the precedence for what you expect. You're letting it be known what you expect from him. Not like he owes you something, but if he already knows he hurt you before, then trust is kind of broken, and you can't just get right back in the same door that you broke the handle off of. So he has to earn the trust back. He has to earn the forgiveness. It's not just given. You don't want to be so excited that he turned around and came back that you just let him back in without checking. That's not fair, because then you get got twice. Okay, we're on career, right? Are you old enough to work, or are you wanting to go into like school for a degree? So I bet if you have work goals, it would be better to focus on the work goals right now. As long as you got yourself, you'll never be taken down by another, right? You don't want to become energy dependent on him or financially dependent on him to where he's giving you what sustains you. If you sustain you, then he's just a bonus. He's just extra. He's just dessert. Checked everything is all right. Okay. All right. So career. Would you like to final year of high school? Okay. Have strength. Have strength to focus and not be totally distracted by this relationship thing, okay? You got to have you, right? Balance it. Balance the educational part with your dating life, because the dating life will continue to be there. The part where you're working on your education, if you do the take a break thing, you won't get back in it the way you were. Hardworking and good. If you're a studious type, an academic type, then studying's easier for you, and you should utilize that because you don't want to do backbreaking labor all your life. The economy is always changing. The face of industry is always changing, and we need the young ones to adapt and catch up, because you're going to be the ones that fill in the gap in between where we were and where we're going. Like, you're going to have to learn it so you can translate it to others. Let's see. Chariot, you're moving forward from this back and forth. You're going to focus on you, not him, okay? Because even that will unfold naturally. The fact that he seems to have more than one choice, and he's trying to decide on what and the who and the how, let that simmer while you work on you, while you do work on your education and your finances, because school is very expensive, housing is very expensive. Becoming independent is the most beautiful thing you can possibly do. It's the most alluring makeup you could possibly wear. Tower moment. Tower moment's coming. Something's about to happen. I guess to break that tension or to change, because like I said, it's the last one. Well, there you are. You're going to see the truth. Whether because you talked to me and that caused you to be able to see it differently, or it brings down that doubt, if that's what that is. That tower is helping you move on. from being pulled in two different directions. So have the strength and the courage, know your own value, know your own worth. And ladies, y'all want to know a secret? They freaking always come back. Always come back. They always come back. Even if you don't want them to. They do come back because whatever happens, when your love is really open, you're really there for them, you're really putting in for it, and then it doesn't work out and they leave because of someone else or their self or their friends or whatever, give it some time. They always come back. It just doesn't mean they always deserve it. He brought drama up in your life. Or, no. Okay. You're the Queen of Swords, and this one is like the influence. So, like you said, the ex actually could be causing some issues. So, here's what I read from this. The best friend thing, boyfriend thing, is kind of inviting conflict into your life because he's still in conflict. And that conflict that he's been in was his karma. It was his karma for doing that. And so with you being the Queen of Swords and working on your education, having to fight through that drama and balancing yourself back out, it would be best to stay working on what you're doing. You could, and where it says aspire to be a lawyer, that's what this is about. This is about him having to fish around to get his next coin. He's just trying to keep his options open, trying to see if you're available, he's just casting a wide net. You get what I'm saying? It would be better. I hate to tell on you, bub, but he's showing up with an empty cup. He hasn't changed. He feels emotionally drained, and he wants that validation by way of you. That's why he's fishing around for it, because he's telling the ex no, but Gym Girl's not showing up, and so he's showing up with an empty cup, acting like he's offering you love. He's not. He's asking for your love again. Yeah, I do. I think you'll have conflict because he has conflict, because he's juggling between two different people or pulled in two different directions. The fact that he hasn't done that cord cutting that I told him to do has the door to conflict still open. And it's like not making the choice, like not making a decision has made it to where he's, just, like I said, just casting a wide net, just fishing around. And that's an empty cup. But look, here, we won't go for the worst case scenario. Knight of Cups. Let your heart lead the way. Let your heart lead the way. So he's coming in, offering the cup, right? But it's kind of out of nowhere. Are you surprised by the fact that he's making this offer now? I don't think even the friend will have the conflict. I think the people around the friend wanting to prevent it from happening is going to be the conflict. And since you're trying to focus on school, yep, but there he is. There he is. He saw the truth. That's what I'm saying. The fact that you're emotionally wrecked from him and that he's still wanting to be friends, it needs to be cut off because he did you dirty. He did you dirty, and then he had it happen to him, and then it's like he wants you to feel sorry for him going through what he put you through. And so although you don't want conflict, it's like you having to blindfold yourself to what he already did. Like you have to choose to ignore what he already did. But it's weighing on you. You have victory over that situation. But you'll have to, you've already seen the truth, and it really, really hurts your feelings. And you have a big heart. Like, you have a big heart. So, the way that hurt you, he went ahead and got his ego hurt by the ex. And then he saw you at peace. He saw you protecting your peace. And what am I saying right now? He wanted to go back to his best friend. And I saw that card in his reading too, and it was like the reason that the ex didn't get to do the full-blown takedown out of him is because he had friends in high places. Well, what it turned out to be is that he had wronged his best friend, and karmically he was getting back what he had put in. So that cup of love that was overflowing had him like come towards you and remember. Yeah. Well, and you want to share with him, right? But what has he done differently since he's came back around that's let you know that he's turned over a new leaf. Like what fruits are you seeing to prove that he changed, that he actually changed from what he was doing? Because like you said, you feel like you want to share your achievements with him, but he has been creating illusions that he's like, been on a journey, learning about himself, repairing himself, becoming a new person. But it's also an illusion. Like, it's a trick. He hasn't really done the work like he's acting like he did. He thought there was something better and he went for it. That's him. That is him. He thought there was something better and he got tricked because whatever he journeyed on to was an illusion. It was an illusion. Like, either the girl had money so she looked good, or she was dressed up, or she was prissy or something. I don't know. Either way, it burdened him. It hurt him, because he thought it was wish fulfillment. Yeah, and it wasn't wish fulfillment. He was bound to screw that up and end it. To do that, it was not going to work out because of how he got it. So he had celebrated too early, and then saw where he was wrong as hell. Came back to his best friend and is trying to offer flowers up, like, oh my God, now I see where I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. But what am I saying? What am I saying? After you know he hurt you and you're still feeling kind of defensive, like that's why you're asking. You want to know because your gut's telling you. Look, you want to know. You showed up in a reading the other day and I actually said, well, she's still trying to cut off the past, like get through, cut through. Yo, you're trying to cut through the illusions that he created. You're trying to cut through the feelings he made you feel. And he just did it out of selfishness. He got tricked too. But I feel like where he's coming in now, that cup I showed you a while ago, where's it at? Where it said, let your heart lead. And there was the cup. Where was he? Not a cup, somewhere up in here. Wherever he was, it looked like and appeared like he was offering you a cup of love, right? But I pointed out the fact that the cup was empty, so he's actually kind of asking for a cup. So he's like supposed to be matching you, where you're the Queen of Cups. But you see this big ass fish up here again? You see that? Now, you get the Page of Cups. So even if he comes back acting brand new, it's still a god dang catfish. Now, it's either because he got catfish or he has already done it to you. Either way, it's fake love. It is fake love. He's offering fake love. It's not real. There he is. Okay. So these three fellas have came out so far, with him being first. Like I said, see, Knight of Cups, it looks like a knight in shining armor offering you a cup of love. But that's because he's pretending to be emotionally available, like he understands he learned his lesson. In reality, he's still just as young and immature and just faking it, faking the funk. It's still something fishy in that. Why now? Yeah, he values you as a friend because no matter what he does, he can come back in. Like, he can just rush right back in and make you that same breadcrumb ass offer, acting like he's got a lot of love for you. But it's really just on principle alone. He knew he did you wrong and that he owed you at least an apology. But now you're guarded. You're guarded from the shit he did, the way he made you feel, the way he gaslit you, the way he tricked you, the way he stole from your confidence and made you feel like not pretty anymore. I'm telling you shit, dude. Sorry, no loyalties here. He didn't have to do all that. And you're moving to calmer waters. And so since you found your peace after the fact and you seem like you're still happy, you're still kind, you're still gentle, you're still sweet on him even after he broke your freaking heart and moved on and rejected you for somebody that he thought was better than you, except it was wishful thinking and they both got knocked off their high horse and left out in the cold because he was faking it and he rushed in towards her. Didn't work out, and when it just really didn't work, like he put in all this effort, he rushed towards her, he did all these wrong things, but then he got burdened by it. It took him down, and now He's wondering if his ships are going to come in. He's like, man, am I going to have a relationship again? Is anyone going to want to be with me again? I'm tired of being alone. I don't like this. And he's anxious and projecting that onto you. So instead of him being anxious, like, will she take me back or not? You're the one being anxious over this offer. Like, does he mean it or does he not mean it? Well, look, he stole from you once. And unless he's going to give back what he took from you, which I don't think he can because he took from you to give to her, the wheel moves forward. And there's a new relationship. So either, like, what happens if you stay friends with him right now and then Gym Girl shows up and you feel messed up about him getting with Gym Girl because then he don't talk to you anymore. You're back on the back burner. You're just back in the friend zone. Your best friend, but your best friend who emotionally uplifts him after he gets rejected, even though he's done the exact same thing to you. Judgment's being called there, babe. I'm sorry. I don't have any patience for this kind of stuff where you get together with your friends and you talk crap and then in secret you go back and you apologize to the person, but that's justice. That's all this whole situation is, justice, and you're an empress and it is your destiny to overcome this thing, to keep your boundaries up, to protect yourself and to protect your life and to be happy. Protect your happiness. Make him prove himself as the emperor. Make him show you that he is emotionally matured and that he understands how he makes you feel as your friend. That there are certain things he can do to affect your emotions and your mental health, and that there are certain things that have hurt you, and if you forgive him, then forgive him. No, only you can decide if you're done with someone or not. Your happiness can be protected if you see him for what he is instead of letting yourself catch feelings again and letting the sweet talk work on you to where he does date them and every time someone rejects him or it falls through, he gets to run back to you. At that part, value yourself more. You shouldn't be anyone's second choice or consolation prize when the first one and second one and third one didn't work out. But if you're the non-committal type, then the fact that you don't make him commit to you means he'll never leave you either. Like, he can come and go as he pleases. And if y'all don't sleep together, then no big deal, because like I said, it's not that kind of relationship. Best friends can be best friends, and there should be no reason to betray your best friend. Well, wanting to win in life, you should definitely work on your education. You should work on going to the school that you want to go to and starting up the business that you want to be in and connecting yourself in ways that he couldn't ever give you, because your validation should come from you first. And we are at our 53-minute mark, friends. I read through the deck one full sweep on that. And so what I can conclude from the deck is that while you have him on your mind, yes or no, you're actually being distracted from other possible opportunities, other possible suitors, this friend is distracting you from other things that you could be doing, other people you could be meeting, other doors that could be opening, other places entirely. But if the friendship is of great value to you, then it is not a loss to let other things go. That's what the friendship is worth to you. Just ask yourself if he would do for you what you've done for him. Would he sacrifice the things that you would sacrifice? Would he show up where you would show up? And the education only has a certain window, so you want to make sure to do that in that window when love can wait. Love is patient. Love is kind. And so you can give something time to grow, or you can cut it off and say, hey, it's taking too much of a toll on my mental capacity, and I can't think about what I need to do because I'm stuck on thinking about what you're doing or not doing. Like I said, love games are tough, but everyone needs love. Everyone needs friendship. Everyone needs family. Everyone needs a sense of belonging. So good friends are hard to come by. Don't throw away someone that has genuinely helped you in your life and has made things better for you, even if they have made it hard at times. People aren't always making it hard to do something to you. You might just be a casualty of them doing whatever it was that they wanted to do. It wasn't actually personally aimed at you. I do hope, I hope this gives you some food for thought, and I hope that you always listen to your gut. Double check if you feel like there's something else to find out, there's more to the story. There are always two sides of the story, and there's the middle story is the truth. There's their side, there's your side, and what's in the middle is the truth. And the truth is you two must have a bond, or he wouldn't have referred you to me. And he trusts what I'm saying as well as you trust what I'm saying. Relationships are hard, friendships are hard. Interpersonal dynamics can be very confusing, but if you both like each other and you are helpful to each other, counsel wise or other, stick with that. It's okay. It's okay to have friends. It's okay to have little rough patches where that wasn't cool and you have to make new boundaries with them, and then the new boundaries kind of set the pace for the future relationship, right? You will be okay, and do protect your happiness by not letting him or this particular relationship change or reroute your future because of what you were doing. Guys are really bad at talking about their feelings, and they're even worse at sorting them out. But seeking an answer or a guide or just asking someone, what do you think I should do, is a good sign that he cares, that he knows maybe he's not good at communication and he's trying to find a way to communicate. Not all guys are good with words, especially since they're taught boys don't show emotion, boys don't cry, boys don't, anything but get loud and mad and defensive and protective. Don't expect it to go fast, but getting an apology and getting acknowledgement does go a long ways, and it does say that he's matured enough to understand why what he did was wrong. And asking for forgiveness and trying to be around you again may show an honest effort to regain trust or mend the fences, if you will. And it's good that you already forgave, because there's no reason to hold on to the hurt. Moving forward, though, that's by protecting the peace. It's look for the red flags. If it starts to feel like it did before, cut it off. If he starts to make you feel like dismissed or